So the only thing that you guys see is this mental imprisonment. So, God, I mean, hell, damn Jesus.
Watch them grow, perceive, devote. This is the seed, light the show. Watch them grow.
Hey there, Cancer Bae. Princess India here, back again for the 99 and the 2000 on a whole nother day. Because, you know, if you guys have been paying attention, because I know y'all are waiting for y'all readings and things, you know what I'm saying? You may have seen the Woke Cancer reading, but of course, you know, I knew that wasn't for everybody, but that was so heavy, Cancer, I had to just, you know, do what I was saying in the beginning and retreat for the rest of the day, you know? So we're back on another day, you know what I'm saying, to do Cancer. And tuning into you guys' energy, it feels a lot different, you know? I'm not using the After Tarot or the Rider-Waite to make sure that we don't go into the depths, you know what I'm saying? Which we done already went to the deep end of the pool on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, we're going to do our pick a card again for you guys extended. So pick a number between 1 and 3. And then depending on which card you pick, that translates into a group. Which in the extended, I do intuitive messages for each group. We're pulling more cards. I'm doing a different spread in the extended and then relating it to each group. Specifically, if you feel that you need something a little more in depth. But what was I going to say? You guys' energy is different. This group of Cancers that I'm talking to, it feels more inner work related. So I think people who may have resonated with the Cancer reading I put up yesterday in the very beginning, I think y'all made, this is like y'all's team, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody needs a walk-in, you know what I'm saying? Did you pick your number yet? 1, 2, 3. All right, if you picked number 1, we have joy, and pain, got sunshine and rain. Okay, I'm gonna stop. If you pick 2, we have vanity. If you picked 3, we have impasse. Fascinating that impasse energy is a lot like yesterday's energy. I mean, it's not a lot like it, but I mean, you know, in theory. But anywho, let's jump right into your cards. So, Cancer, the thing that I feel for you all, like I was talking about yesterday, I was saying with finances and stuff like that, but this is bigger than finances. The thing that I feel with this group, it's similar to what I was saying yesterday of like an external manifestation of an inner problem, but the difference is I feel this is very much related to self-worth and self-worth and self-value, self-love, things along those lines. So I mentioned about a lack mentality in the Cancer reading yesterday, but I feel today what we're talking about, like how I said, it's an inner state that what's happening in your life is a symptom of a deeper problem, right? And I feel what that deeper problem is your self-concept. So it's not so much about you in relation to other people per se. I mean, of course it is in the bigger scheme of things, but it's more or less how it is that the Cancerians that will resonate this, what you guys are coping with in life or dealing with, or the experiences that you're having, how you're evaluating your experience is heavily influenced by how you evaluate yourself. And a lot of how you view yourself is being projected into your external world. So I think I'm gonna link the video underneath this one, between this one. Can you link between a video? But I'm gonna link, it's a video that I put up, I think in August, and it was for the new moon, but it really doesn't make a difference because energetically speaking, the full moon is going to be in Pisces on the 13th of September. But right now, in the beginning of this week, the moon is in Aquarius. So with the moon being in Aquarius, it's a very analytical energy, and it's a good energy to set intentions. So even though the full moon is for manifestation purposes, with you guys watching this now, you actually have the ability to still set intentions for them to manifest with this Pisces full moon. So I'm going to link the video below, because what I talk about in this video is an exercise that I walk my clients through. And it's about unearthing your inner narrative. And that's what I feel is going to help you guys out a lot, because of course, you know, it's going to come out in the cards. But I mean, if after this you still kind of feel like you're not really sure what those false core beliefs you have in reference to your self-concept are, the exercise that I talk about doing in that video is very helpful. So I'm going to link that below for y'all. But anyway, that's what I really feel for you guys. It's a self-worth issue, and it's like if one feels like you're lacking as an individual, then that starts to translate into your life, because, you know, the heavy theme this month with readings is Spirit making it very known how all of us are creating our own experience, and just kind of putting that power back in our hands to shift the things that we don't particularly care for, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance for my Cancerians. Please, Spirit, anything they need to know, anything of utmost importance, I ask that that come to the forefront in this here reading. Please, Spirit, I ask that you give me the ability to interpret these messages in a clear and concise manner. Please, Spirit, you know what I'm saying? And as always, I thank you in advance, Spirit, because I know you're good for it. You know what I'm saying? Cut this deck. And what's not, or whatever. So, this is bringing back memories. When I started my channel, this is the deck that I used. So, anywho, our central energy for Cancerians, we have the Seven of Cups. Oh, that's so wonderful. All right, Cancers. With the Seven of Cups, you guys have a lot of stuff that's in front of you, a lot of opportunities, a lot of options. Group 3 people, I feel you already. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got several impasses. I'm just saying. But anyway. So the thing is, you guys have a lot of options. I don't necessarily feel, I mean, it could be a myriad of different things. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel this more, for some of you, it could be tangible, like career. Like literally the job that you're at, or trying to find a job, or wanting to get, to increase your finances. For others of you, this feels, very much life purpose related, like trying to figure out your place in the world or what you want to do. So it's like you could be working a job and desiring for something more than you have, or wanting to kind of get out of stuck, like just making it. So this is similar to the energy I was feeling yesterday. So it's kind of like just getting by, taking care of responsibilities, and wanting to experience more or desiring more. But the thing that's keeping you stagnated is the fact that it's so much you want, it's so much you desire. How I'm seeing this is so interesting. What I'm seeing is a person on Instagram, right? So it's a person who's scrolling down their feed on Instagram, and they're looking at like, you know, like those travel bloggers and seeing them like in Costa Rica and all of these like exotic places, or I don't know, seeing fitness models, or, you know, people who take pictures of their houses and stuff like that, and foodies and stuff. So it's kind of scrolling through your timeline, and maybe even looking at people you know in real life, and just seeing this idealistic depiction of their lives. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's inspirational for you. And I feel like more or less like the catalyst that comes in through this is it's inspiring, because it makes you desire more. So it's like, I want more in life. Man, that's so beautiful. I would love to live there. I would love to go to a place like that. So it starts to inspire you to think bigger. So it expands what you feel is possible. But I feel the thing that brings you back down to earth is you're desiring these things, but I don't want to say it's not that you're sure how to accomplish them. And this is where this kind of becomes a defeatist mindset. So I guess this is where this tying into what I was feeling intuitively with your self-concept. It's kind of like discounting yourself before you try, because it's like seeing this person, I don't know, standing on a mountain over the ocean in Costa Rica or something, I don't know, and you being like, man, I'm never going to know what that's like. I could never afford to go there. You know what I'm saying? And so it's discounting yourself. So it's almost as if, because I feel like this is divine intervention in a sense. It's like spirit using, wow, this is a lot like yesterday. And I love how it's like just the contrast, because it's very grounded, you know? But anyway, but it's almost like spirit is using this catalyst as an inspiration, right? Oh, this is about to get deep. Not too deep, but it's deep. It's all about heart stuff. So the thing is, spirit is using this medium as a catalyst to break you out of the mindset of monotony and less than and lack mentality, right? But it's like that spark of inspiration comes in, but this mindset is coming back and suffocating it. So that's what's kind of keeping you guys in this static state, like Eight of Swords kind of energy, right? Where you can't see your way out of it. And I don't really think you guys are seeing that this is happening. It's like that inspiration that makes you dream, which is a very Piscean full moon energy, so get your dreaming on. But it's like that spark of inspiration that's making you guys dream is being snuffed out by your thought space. And the thing is that it's more or less, so this is a lot similar to yesterday. It's like a battle between good and evil that's happening in the consciousness of Cancerians, but it's your false core beliefs that are snuffing out spirit, if that's making sense. Because whatever this catalyst is, it doesn't necessarily have to be Instagram, but it's just anything you guys are dreaming. It's false beliefs from your past and a lack mentality from your past that's limiting you guys' belief, and thus is keeping you guys stuck to where you can't act on it. So you'll end up kind of falling into the spiral of thinking, feeling like, you know, stuff's never going to change, stuff's never going to get better, because every time I try, it's like, you know, the rug gets pulled from under me. Every time I trust somebody, they lie, you know, and it's because you're not noticing how this thought is creeping up and snuffing out your hope, right? So what we're really talking about in the month of September, for these Cancerians that resonate with this, is you guys gaining dominion over your thought space. It's the fact that every single thought that comes to your mind, you're not required to think it. You know what I mean? And it's like within reason, when we talk about what you guys are desiring, like the inspiration that's coming in, that's not accidental. Like that desire is not there for no reason. It's like, I always tell that to my clients and everybody that I work with. The desires of your heart are a beacon of light in your life, right? It's like those desires are there, like, you know, light in the dark to let you know that this thing is for you, because that desire would not be there lest it was ordained for you to have it. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times when we're stuck in life and we desire something different, we could feel like it's like a cosmic joke from God. It's like, I'm fooling myself by even dreaming this. But it's the fact that you can even dream it and desire it in the first place. That is your signifier that whatever you guys are pining for, hoping for, desiring for, whatever you feel drawn to, that thing is for you. But it's just the method in which to obtain this thing, the method needs to be different. You know what I mean? And I feel heavily for my Cancerians that it's a mental space thing. So it's similar to how I was feeling yesterday, but this is kind of more, you know, day-to-day life type of deal. But I do feel heavily that at the heart of it, because the funny thing is, as I'm talking, I got a flash of my life purpose oracle by Doreen Virtue. So I feel for you guys heavily. It's like trying to find your space or your place in life. Now all of that is just from y'all central energy, good Lord. Now the challenge is the Six of Pentacles. Oh, how perfect. Now the challenge to overcome is reciprocity within oneself. So when we get back into this whole thing of like projecting your inner state out, this mindset that you guys are coping with, which is interrelated to I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, stuff like that doesn't happen to people like me, whatever, you know, lack oriented core belief system that you guys are operating from, whatever, the record that's playing in your head is saying over and over again, there's a need to create a balance within yourself, right? So if we look at it like giving to get, it's like, and I don't want to use love, but it's like with money, right? You could be struggling financially, but a person who's homeless is struggling far greater than you are, right? So if you want to give to get, because we're getting into like energetic currency here, and we're getting into energetic statements and laws of attraction, manifestation, and things of the sort, the way that this works is, if you look at the universe like a computer, you know what I mean? Whatever frequency, vibration, whatever emotion that you're in, it's like you're an antenna that's sending this call out to the universe, right? And when you're sending this out, it's like the universe is like, oh, okay, lack, I need money. I'm going to give Cancer more needing money, So when we're talking about, like when people talk about like you speaking things into existence, it's not even just about what you're speaking. Because speaking words is very powerful as well, in the sense that words are spirit encased in sound, right? Because all language really is a sound. So it's like your words are how you birth your inner world, your spirit man, your inner heaven. That's how you manifest it into the physical realm. You know what I mean? So whatever vibration you're at, if you're speaking death over your life, it's going to beget more death, because that's what you're birthing out. It's like, I need money. I'm broke as hell. I'm tired as hell. Oh, my back hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of this energy that you're spitting out. And it's like all of that is radiating out to the universe. And it's like, oh, Cancer wants more back hurting. Cancer wants more needing money. You know what I'm saying? So if it's hard for you to say, because I know that's difficult, because you feel like you're lying to yourself. If you're like, oh, I'm great, I love myself, my back does not hurt, I am not broke, I am rich, I am wealthy. That feels weird. I feel you on that. I wasn't a fan of that either, right? But the thing that I'm saying is like I said, I don't remember who that was, but I was saying focusing, like you can be aware of what's lacking in your life, but focus on what it is that's working. And there's something that's working, even if it's just the fact that you're breathing. You feel what I'm saying? But the whole thing that I'm saying is it's getting out of focusing so much on that lack, and then feeding to the things that have life so you can beget more life. That's what the challenge is going to be for Cancers. So if we say something simple, if you have a freaking dollar, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know, like Burger King gave you some extra French fries, you know what I'm saying? And you see a homeless person, it's like, give it, because that's energetic currency. And we talked about this in the Pisces reading, I believe, when I talked about the universal bank. It's like spirit is keeping tally of things that you're giving or that you're feeding into things. So I feel the challenge for you guys this month is going to be doing something that's slightly counterintuitive, which is, I'm broke. Why the hell would I donate to somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no difference between me and them. But if you want to break out of this mindset, you have to do something it is that you've never done and trust the process, is what I'm saying. So the energy that you guys are coming from, we have the Two of Wands, and that's like the energy I was feeling for you guys. It's like, it's planning. It's like, y'all are wanting more. You're wanting to go into a different phase of your life, but I feel where this is kind of getting snuffed out and why the Seven of Cups is coming up after you guys coming out of this Two of Wands energy. And that's beautiful. Because I'm thinking about what I saw yesterday. With the Two of Pentacles, how Spirit was showing me the Two of Pentacles in the Cancer reading yesterday was like a Cancer person stepping into their power and understanding that they are like the source of what's being created around them. And it's like them taking dominion over that with the Two of Pentacles. And it's like them moving their pentacles around, right? And like calling the ships in, bringing people to them, and everything in life being under the submission of them. And that's what I feel like you guys are doing. I feel this is that desire, that wanting to move forward. You guys saying, okay, I'm done with this past life. I want different, but not really sure how to manifest that going forward. So what we were talking about just now, that's your action. So, I mean, if it's something as simple as, because I know people feel funny about the laws of attraction. I feel some type of way about it too, because the way that they talk about it in The Secret is very helpful. If you haven't ever watched that little docu-series, movie, whatever you want to call it, But it's like the way that I do manifestation is different, because for me, it's a lot to do with discerning an energetic currency. It's like it's a reciprocity thing. So it's like, I remember years ago when I watched The Secret, something that helped me was I did a dream board, and it's like I created like this, like all of these elements of this idealistic life that I wanted to live. But it wasn't just staring at it, you know what I'm saying, and these things coming in. It's that it became my inspiration. So a lot like what I was saying with the person looking on Instagram, because when I did that, Instagram was not even created yet, first of all. I'm just saying, moving right along. But anyway, my dream board. So it's like I'm looking at it, and it's like I started backtracking, because just the way my mind works, because I'm ADD, y'all. I work backwards from the goal. Like, I can't start at ground zero and build something up. I have to see it like big picture and then work my way down. So when I looked at all of these things on that dream board, I started backtracking, like, how do you get something like that? So if I want a house, it's like, how do I get a house? You know, and start researching how you buy houses. And it's like, oh, I have to have good credit in order to get a house. So it's like, all right, well, I need to work on my credit. And it's like, oh, well, I need a down payment. So that means, all right, either I need to change the way that I'm managing my money now, I need to get a second job, you know, or I need to get a job that pays more money. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of working backwards towards that. So the thing that I'm saying is, I feel, even though you guys are desiring to move forward, I'm feeling that you guys aren't ever getting to that planning stage, because those negative thoughts come in and snuff out the inspiration, and you end up going back to ground zero. So it's almost like that inspiration is making Cancer get out of the chair, and then the negative thought is like, you can't do that, and you're like, let me sit my ass back down. And then you're wondering why it is that things aren't panning out, right? Now, underneath it all, we have the Three of Pentacles. So we're talking about creation, right? With the Three of Pentacles, we're talking, oh my God, this is exactly, well, what I just described. I'm loving how I'm saying this intuitively, and I look back at the cards, and the cards are everything it is that I'm saying intuitively. So when we talk about the Three of Pentacles, if we think about it in the sense that we see it in this card, or the way that we see it in the Rider-Waite, we're talking about planning before we create, right? So even with a painter, it's like when a painter starts painting, they're not going to work out every single little detail. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Bob Ross with the happy trees. You know, he's not doing it like specifically, like, let me get the coordinates and all the specifics and details. No, it's a concept or an idea. Because everyone that I know that paints, and shout out to my homegirl Rachel, the little paint and sip, you know what I'm saying? She helped me paint my beignets that used to be in the background, but they're not anymore. But anyway, moving right along. But when we were painting this picture, it started with a sketch, right? So there was an outline, a sketch and an outline of the beignets, right, on the canvas. And then we painted it in. So I feel the same thing with Cancers. It's not saying that you have to have every single variable, detail, and X factor taken into account, but there needs to be some sense of an outline. But the reason why you guys, because it's almost, this is saying to me that the energy is here for you guys to start building something tangible that's new and that's in alignment with your truest desires. But the thing is that it's being too much in a emotional space of, what is the word I want to say? It's not dreaming. It's another word for dreaming. I don't want to say hope per se. Wishful thinking. There we go. You guys are in a state of wishful thinking when you need to be in a state of dreaming, because wishful thinking is more or less, it's contradictory, because it's like, I wish this would happen, but I know that it's not. So I'm just fooling myself. So that's going back to that energy. But with a dream, dreams birth goals. And the goals are this outline that I feel like this energy that's coming in. So the main thing that's stopping you guys is perception, false core beliefs, and thoughts, right? Didn't I say this is Eight of Swords energy? Jesus Christ. This is amazing, okay? This is freaking amazing. Cancer, I love your energy. This is what's in your conscious headspace. The freaking Eight of Swords, dude. I felt this. Wow. So the only thing that you guys see is this mental imprisonment. So, God, I mean, hell, damn Jesus. Do I really even need these cards? This is everything it is that I'm saying, and I'm just pulling out cards after the fact to help up for what I'm saying. So my cards are co-signing for me right now. Thank you, cards. But anyway, but in you guys' conscious headspace is the Eight of Swords. So that's what I'm saying, is needing to step out of this energy. But the way that you're stepping out of this energy, and I hope you guys watch that video beneath. And I mean, even if it gets that bad, y'all always know I tell everybody to go to therapy. Go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? Work on your core beliefs and automatic thoughts. And if you can't go to therapy, just look up Katie Morton. She's really good. And Google things about negative core beliefs, automatic negative thoughts like CBT, maladaptive thought patterns, things of the sort, right? Because I feel with this is all in that realm. You know what I mean? It's all about perception and thought and core beliefs that, like I said, it's a process of this being snuffed out. But the energy is here. Like, you guys have the energy to co-create what you want. It's just that critic in your head is like the secret little snuffer outer, even though that's not a word. Going forward, oh my God, yes, Cancer, yes. We have the Six of Swords. Cancer, this is a done deal. God damn it, son of a gun. You guys are walking out of the dark and into the light, because the realization is the fact that we're talking about our thought space here. It's a defeatist attitude. It's a defeatist attitude that's based on false core beliefs that are past tense. But I feel the reason why you guys are going through this inner battle within yourselves is because, and this is, like I say, putting on my therapist hat, the complex thing about life in general is the fact that majority of us were on autopilot all day, every day. So we think all the time, but rarely do we ever think about what we're thinking about. When people come into my office, I'm able to listen to a person speak, not just me, but I mean like every therapist in America, but it's like a therapist listens to you speak and it's just merely a sounding board, because we're not giving you advice. We're not telling you like, this is what you should do, this is wrong. It's more or less hearing your story, telling your story back to you, and it's like, what do you see wrong with this picture, in so many words. And I feel with Cancers, that's something that's needed for you all. It's needing someone that's a catalyst, that's a sounding board, that slows you down to help you see, like with your moodiness, right? It's realizing that it's thoughts that triggered that moodiness. You were totally fine this morning and suddenly now you're in a bad mood. But what happened between this morning and now? And it's not always another person that came in. And sometimes if it is, what did you think about what that person said to you or what that person did? And what did that thought trigger? And what did that thought trigger? And it's seeing, when you slow down that process, you start to see how that leads to a feeling in your body, feeling downtrodden and things of the sort. That's like the downward spiral of the thought process. So the thing that I feel like is happening for you guys in September, it's more or less, it's you guys taking physical action, even if that's reaching out to someone for help to help you with that, or take an online course or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Literally going to a therapist or whatever. But it's more or less spirit putting the reins back in you guys' hands by helping you see how it is that bad moods don't just come upon you, but how you're thinking about things or your perception towards things or the judgments that you're making about things are leading to the way that you're acting on a lot of things, feeling about things, perceiving about a lot of things, and so on and so forth. But the beautiful part about it is, and this is the energy that I've been feeling for just about every sign up to this point, it's almost like housekeeping that's happening. It's like you guys are going into a new cycle, but it's like this has to be dealt with prior to. Because the way that this is looking to me is that everything is orchestrated and working in your favor energetically, but it's an inability to see that because of one's mental space. So we're talking about gaining dominion over your mind, listening to your intuition, right? Reattuning to yourself, healing false perceptions about oneself and things of the sort. My Cancerians, you know what I'm saying? What down the river. So anywho, we're going to throw the dice of resonance. You can ask a yes or no question if you like. I think in the extended, I'm going to pull some of those life purpose oracles, if I can find them. I haven't used them suckers in a minute. Do you know that I'm going to link that below too. I have a timeless life purpose reading that I did for every sign like a year ago. I'm going to link that below too. Did you ask your question yet? Of course you did. We have Taurus, we have Sagittarius, we have question mark, which means that this could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or any other planet. We have coworker boss, and we have yes in a few months. So Sagittarius, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, coworker boss, and yes in a few months. Now we are going to throw the dice that have no name. We have, oh God. Sorry. What planet is that? Jupiter. How appropriate. We have Jupiter, we have the number 4, and we have Pisces. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, for Jupiter it says, achieve abundance via personal growth and ethical living. Feel and express gratitude, give generously, and work on self-improvement. Cancer, if that's not straight to the point and all about the challenge you guys are trying to overcome with this good old reciprocity with the 6 Pentacles, I don't know what is, my friend. You know what I'm saying? Moving right along. Number 4. Oh, how beautiful. Your arcana to meditate on this month is the Emperor. I'm just saying. Structure and order, master builder, and stability. So this is the thing, Cancer. The power is being put back in your hands, my friend. You have the ability to rebuild your life. You have the ability to create whatever it is that you desire to create. But it's, I don't know, man. It's funny to me. And I mean, not funny like laughing at you funny, but I mean, it's funny because it's crazy how life is like that. When we have those grand life epiphanies, it's ironic that we start to see that it was the simplest little thing that was holding us back. And for you guys, I feel it's literally as simple as a mindset, a lack mentality, a false core belief. And it's amazing. And I can say this as a therapist and a person who found out they wanted to be a therapist while they were in therapy. Is the fact of how a simple change of mind, like releasing yourself from that bondage of negative thinking and false core beliefs, it's almost as if, because I remember like prior to like me starting therapy, it's like it felt like every day, no matter how bright the sun shined, it's as if there was a dark cloud over my life. Like I saw everything in like a haze of gray. But I remember when I had my first therapeutic epiphany and like hope kicked back in, and I realized like, wow, I don't have to think negative about everything. And it was hard as hell not thinking negative, but it's like as I started to work on it, and I was like, if I put all of my energy that I put into feeling sad and downtrodden about my life and force myself just to find one good thing about today, one good thing about myself, one good thing about other people, it's like maybe stuff will start to change. And the more that I started to unravel like this twisted, ball of negative thinking, it's like one day I remember going outside and like seeing the sunshine for the first time. And it's like to live your entire life in a haze of gray and to walk outside and for the first time be able to see like blue sky and sunshine. It was amazing. It was a life-altering moment for me. And just being able to feel that in that moment was enough motivation for me to keep going. So I say the same thing for you guys. I've been there. I understand. I know that it's not easy, but I can tell you wholeheartedly it's doable. I've done it myself. All of my clients could vouch. You know what I'm saying? It's like to be able to give that gift. And that's where we can even get back into this reciprocity energy. Is giving what it is that you have. It doesn't always have to be monetary. It's like looking at the fact of my therapist back in the day being able to help me. It inspired me to be a therapist because I thought, man, it's like I want to do that for someone else because I know how much I suffered, right? And I was like, if I could be a catalyst in a person's life to be able to offer them what it is that my therapist gave to me, it's like I would be fulfilled, right? And years later, this is what I do with my life every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's the gift that keeps on giving, but it doesn't necessarily have to be physical money. It's just I have charge every day to get up to help release people out of the mental prison that I once lived in. So I'm saying all of this to say that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, going over to Vimeo. So if you're about that life and you picked a card from 1, 2, or 3, what is this? Joy, vanity, and impasse. You know what I'm saying? We're going to pull some more cards to get more specific on what it is that you guys are going to be dealing with this month as far as like career, personal growth, more specific for these 3 groups. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. If not, I still love your face. And I will see you guys sooner than later. Deuces. A struggle a lot of Cancerians are going through, but it really is that breakdown to get a breakthrough. So, oh my gosh, this might happen on the Pisces full moon. If you guys live near water, or if there, I don't care if it's a lake, you know what I'm saying, a pond, river, whatever. Just don't invest into your dreams, or you don't invest into other people or friendships. You may be a loner, you don't let people in, and the whole reason for that is from being let down in the past. But the thing that I feel Spirit is trying to get you guys to see, don't y'all tell nobody no, Cancer. I'm not giving y'all no favors.